NFT.NYC is coming back to New York this year. This time it will be in April. And with me is the founder and organizer, Jody Rich, and then also Quinn Button, the Vice President of Growth, to talk about what we can expect this year. This is always really an exciting, fun event. So Jody, give me an overview. Let's just start with the logistics, date, where, and then let's go a little more in depth with the event.
Well, it's our 6th event, Jane. I think you've almost been to every one.
I think 5.
Yeah, 5.
Yeah.
The only
pandemic kind of, yeah.
Yeah, the only one you get to is London, I think. And, when we started this back in 2018, we never dreamt that it would become this big. I mean, we hoped. And this year, we think we'll have somewhere between 10 and 20,000 attendees. Last year we had, when I say last year, I mean in June, we had 16,000 attendees, 1,500 speakers. Quinn has been working really hard on programming. We've just announced our 3rd round of speakers. There'll be 1,500 speakers this year. And we're doing something really fun because we have so much space at North Javits. We're creating an artist village. And we've had over 3,000 artists. You should have a look at our NFT.NYC Twitter account. Over 3,000 artists have now submitted artwork that they want us to display in the artist village. So that's very fun. So that's news. The other news is this year absolutely is the year that brands have dug into this space. There was a post that went around LinkedIn. I think it was Mark Bowman sent a post around LinkedIn on the weekend. Over 100 brands, 100 major brands are running NFT projects. And we are going to be featuring the brands in a precinct of our show floor called Fifth Avenue.
You guys have such great ideas.
Thank you.
Okay, I love it. I love the Artist Village. That's new this year, and that's such a great idea. So Quinn, I mean, you have this, Herculean task to get all these people and volunteers and speakers and everything. What are you seeing so far?
Yeah, so we're really excited about all of the amazing high quality speakers we have received. I mean, right now we're at a 50% year over year rate in terms of an increase of speakers, speaker applications. And so, Jody touched on the Artist Village and the brands. We're having these focused experiences. And what we're really excited about is having those stages around those focused experiences. We have some fantastic speakers in the art department. We have John Knopf, for example, who's a fantastic photographer in the NFT space, talking about how to create a community and market for photography. We also have, the fashion world will be there over on Fifth Avenue. So we'll have Daria, the co-founder and CEO of DressX, which is a fantastic startup company, talking about the future of fashion, NFTs, and the metaverse, social media, retail, and beyond. But another area that we're excited to really focus in on is, obviously, like Jody said, the brands, but then also gaming. We have some really fantastic, we have our co-title sponsor, Immutable X, who will be obviously having a gaming lounge area in the gaming arena. Some of the speakers over on that stage in gaming, opportunities for blockchain, tokens, metaverse assets, and generative AI in games. AI is a huge topic right now. So really excited to hear about what's evolving in the gaming space, as well as the brands, art, and even entertainment.
Oh, that's great. I'm actually getting excited about it now that you're talking about all this. So, of course, we know this has been a tough year for crypto, and we've had a few scandals here and there, and NFT prices have gone down. Have you noticed any change in interest, or are still those hardcore believers just still sticking with the technology?
Well, I think when you speak about crypto, it really only affects NFTs when you're speaking about speculative NFTs. If you like NFTs because you are buying and selling them as a speculator, then of course you've seen a downturn. You've seen a big downturn in the value of any NFTs that you were investing in as a speculator. What absolutely excites me about this space is how NFTs can be used for ticketing, for redemption, for fashion, for engagement. This year, we are all in using NFTs to create engagement for the event. You'll get an NFT ticket. You'll get an NFT ticket that sometime in February turns itself into a beautiful artwork. So there'll be a reveal on the NFT ticket. You'll get NFT swag. You'll get NFT access tokens. And back in 2018, when Cameron and I were first dreaming about this, what excited us was the utility of NFTs. It wasn't the speculation. It wasn't crypto. We've never really had crypto at our event. And we wouldn't call ourselves Web3 either. We are very squarely focused on NFTs, which means putting thought leaders on stage, putting people on stage who have passion. And this year, in fact, Quinn said to me, Jody, we should be adding a fourth value. The fourth value is NFTs create engagement. How do you use NFTs to create engagement? And we're doing that at the event, and we're seeing brands do it out in the wild.
Yeah. Well, and I think, we all believe in the technology and how transformative it could potentially be. So, and that's still there. Blockchain isn't going anywhere. It's just, I think any new technology has kind of, especially when it's very young, a lot of fits and starts. So it'll be interesting to see what the mood is this year versus last year. But
well, we think it's really the brands now out in the real world who are going to create momentum. I mean, you saw the Amazon CEO last year talk about NFTs. You saw Live Nation CEO talk about NFTs. Quinn, you've got that whole list in front of you of different
Starbucks.
People who were Starbucks. I mean, that's in our wildest dreams. That's what we wanted to have happen, Jane, and it's happening.
Yeah, that's great. And so, Quinn, I told you this, one of my favorite things is all the extraneous events that happen. I mean, I've been to some art gallery parties and sneaker parties. My 15-year-old son was involved last year, and he, that was the highlight of his summer, I think. Yeah. So that's another thing is like, there's just this ecosystem in New York. When you're here for that week, where there's meetings and events and all kinds of things going on. And so are you seeing some of that starting to gel yet?
Well, this year, I think this year we're going to stretch from Times Square, where we're going to have all those billboards again, all the way down to Hudson Yards. And because we have so much space at North Javits, we're going to be encouraging as many satellite events as possible to actually be in North Javits with us or very close to Hudson Yards. And I agree 100%. The diversity in this space is just vast. And, Quinn, which is your favorite of the satellite events?
Oh, that's a good question.
I think Jane mentioned sneakers, right?
Yeah.
Is your son's name Max? Was it Max? You told me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Max likes sneakers. So, you tell me that Max is going to help us this year?
I think he would love to. And he did take a friend to the sneaker party, and that automatically made him the coolest kid in school. So, it's just a really energetic, fun, creative time to be in New York. And so the dates again, April, and then how does somebody sign up and all of that?
Yeah, just go to NFT.NYC.
Okay.
And we're at this stage at the moment where we're still taking speaker applications. So if any of your viewers believe that they're passionate and thought leaders in this space, they can apply to speak. We have had, I think, so far almost 2,000 speaker applications. So we'll be closing probably closing soon. And if they're artists, then, actually that's closed too, hasn't it? We were so overwhelmed with artist applications this year, Jane. 3,000 of them, vast. How else can people participate? And of course, VIP tickets are still available. And that gives people access to a number of the VIP events, VIP lunch, some places where thought leaders can network. And I think the other thing that we're doing this year that's really fun is there's going to be lots of billboards and places to see the NFTs all throughout North Javits. So within the event itself.
Yeah. And I know, Quinn, in the past, you've really made an effort to try to make sure everybody gets some speaking time to present their project or to talk about how they see the future. Are you still able to do that with this many applications?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think we learned a lot. Obviously, in June, it was the largest amount of speakers we had ever had. We had over 1,500 speakers. One of the core values of NFT.NYC since the very beginning, when Jody and Cam started in 2019, has been giving the community a voice. So we are not straying away from that. It's really all about passionate thought leaders with great ideas. And, back in the day, I always love hearing Jody and Cam's stories of, Devin Finzer from OpenSea speaking to somewhat, not a full, entirely packed room yet, because no one had understood quite yet what OpenSea was in 2019. So I think it's intrinsic to the event to give everyone as many people in our community with great ideas a voice, because you just never know who that person or what their idea might blossom into in the next 5 years. So we will also, yeah.
There'll be 7 stages, Jane. 7 stages.
7 stages, yeah. And we'll be curating, we'll have featured stages, we'll have community stages. We're very excited to have as many great thought leaders in this space attend.
It's very exciting. And bring your walking shoes if you're coming, because you end up walking around to a lot of different stuff. Yes. So great. So excited. Congratulations on what you've done, and looking forward to a great NFT.NYC this year.
Thanks so much, Jane.
Thank you. See you.